First things first, a man was caught on camera, and this is something that's kind of going viral, but I got a unique thought that's different than a lot of people that was talking in the comments on some of these people that was going viral. Definitely going to read that super chat shortly. But a man was basically saying that he had to pull out a gun on a large group of people, a large gathering, down in Oakland in order to defend himself. Take a look.
A viral video is raising questions and a lot of concern about just how bad crime is in Oakland and how people should respond to it. The video shows a liquor store employee pulling a gun on a group of more than 100 people after he says that mob tried to loot the store and assault him. NBC Barry's Valina Jones spoke to that employee tonight.
Take a look. This video posted to multiple websites shows a group
Hold on. Let me back up for a minute because I seen something that kind of bothered me.
Take a look.
Do y'all see what I see? Do y'all see what I see? I know y'all don't see what I see because we not all the same, and my eyes tend to go towards a specific thing when I'm looking, right? Now remember, this is in Oakland, and we all know when all of these crowds gather and people doing their thing, and there's no reason for these people to be mobbing in this liquor store. But look at what I see. I see a little kid right there. That's a little kid. Is that a future criminal, or is that just a kid that's just randomly riding a bike amongst another large gathering? Think about this for a minute, y'all. That's a kid. Now, we all know what's happening in these groups, and this is not just a group of people that's just having a good time and strolling. I see people all the time riding their bikes down the Riverwalk. They having a good time, they chilling. It don't look like this, but let me play the video for y'all.
This video posted to multiple websites shows a group of hundreds of bikers taking over the street in front of Golden Hour's liquor store around 4:15 Saturday afternoon. Then suddenly, one of the store employees pulls out a gun and people scatter. He says this all happened after people in that crowd began punching him and one reached for his gun.
Then he yanked on my belt pretty hard and the firearm was starting to go down my pants, so I pulled it out and I backed him up. I backed them all up.
Robert says he didn't plan to hurt anyone. He also says what you don't see in the video is multiple people repeatedly attacking him, pulling out knives and attempting to steal from the store he works in. Once the group started to leave, he says he was punched again.
Just, bow, just hit me right in the face. And then I went like this and I heard somebody out here shooting in the air, and then they took off then.
Robert says he was detained and questioned by police while the group made up of mostly kids and teens got away. He believes the group is part of a regular organized bike event involving people from other cities.
I'd like to see the organizers of these events have a little bit more accountability, you know? Let's be real here. Somebody put this together, somebody brought this here, right? And this is the result. And from what I understand, this is a typical result.
Philip Gumbs also saw the group move past his store, which has been shot at and vandalized in the past. He says crime is driving businesses like his out of Oakland.
I've stopped all kind of robberies from my friend's store here, you know, and it's unruly and people don't come here anymore.
Councilmember Noel Gallo is calling for city cameras to be reactivated and a larger, more visible police presence.
It's complete insanity, disrespect for the city, and we need more. Definitely need the police to take action.
OPD says officers are investigating the gunfire, but have not made any arrests. Just last Friday, during a press conference, Oakland police urged residents not to engage criminals.
We really ask our residents to be good witnesses, to direct the police to detain or stop individuals involved in crimes, especially violent crimes. What we don't want is we don't want our residents to become victims themselves.
It's advised.
Let me tell y'all something. When stuff is so lawless and when it gets to the point to where people feel like they don't have no other option, what do you think that they're going to do? They're going to defend themselves. They're going to defend their businesses. They're going to defend their homes. All of this propaganda where they keep telling people, hey, man, don't engage with the criminals. Just let them ransack your stuff. Let them tear your stuff up. Oh, don't worry about it. Just be a good witness and tell the police. Oakland ain't even got no police officers. They ain't even got no funding for police officers. Oakland ain't even got no more businesses. All they got is crime and homelessness. And now you got the criminals teaching younger people to ultimately be criminals. And then at the same time, the dude got to back him up off the store and he's still getting assaulted and they trying to stab him with knives. What do you think that people is going to do at some point? This is the number one reason why people saying, you're not going to take my guns. You're not going to take my pistols and you're not going to take my guns, because my ability to be able to defend myself and defend my things against people that are looking to take advantage of me. And you talking about being good witnesses. Y'all ain't even got no arrests. They got cameras, everybody recording. We got everything that's going on over here. And don't nobody have no witnesses. Don't nobody know who tried to stab who assaulted who. The dude had to back him up off the business. But gunshots and bullet holes are regularly through the window. And y'all talking about, hey man, listen, don't engage. Okay. I'm telling you, at some point, people going to be like, you know what, bro, I'm tired. And then they had the nerve to detain him and question him. Man, get out of here with that nonsense. In addition to that, like this situation right now, a Florida teen is accused of trying to kill. He shouldn't even be accused. He tried to kill 2 police detectives. Check it out.
A Lakeland teenager is in jail tonight after police say he tried to murder the detectives in broad daylight. The shooting was caught on camera yesterday in a neighborhood off of West Memorial Boulevard in North Lakeland. Fox 13's Carla Byron explains how it all went down.
Lakeland police say this Ring doorbell video shows 18-year-old suspect Arthur Williams of Lakeland.
Usual suspect, y'all. The usual suspect every single time. Every single time. It's so weird to me how young teens in the middle of the daytime with all of this Ring cameras and technology and stuff, they just be letting loose. Whoop, 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 whoop. Just be letting loose. Bullets flying everywhere. Don't nobody know where it's going to land. Holes inside of people's cars and cribs and stuff like that. Man, this is insane, bro. This is crazy. They running up in old people's houses, all of that stuff, bro. Usual suspect, teen, black lips. Come on now. Black lips, nappy hair. Black lips. Always with the black lips, out here letting loose.
Firing his handgun 15 times at 2 of their detectives inside an unmarked car. The car was struck 5 times.
I don't even know how to shoot. This is dumb.
Nearly killing the detectives inside.
I mean, we are very, very lucky that we're not mourning the loss of at least 1 and maybe 2 detectives.
Hey, no. Listen, we need to improve relationships with the people in the hood. Hey, no, listen, this is more. I got people that will come up on my panel on a Monday night and try to debate me and tell me, hey, no, listen, this is all. Umar Johnson to jump on the live stream. This is about police relationships. We are over-policed, and I don't understand it. They will sit here and tell you that, hey, you're supposed to negotiate and make these people feel more comfortable about selling drugs inside of your neighborhood. These people are criminals. Criminals. And then they wonder why don't nobody want to join the police no more.
Today.
Also shown in the video, you can see this child who was blurred to protect their identity, standing and watching just feet away.
That has no regard
the kid
for
just watching.
None. This could be in your neighborhood. This could be you driving by with your child. We always hear about these children that get hit by random stray shots from people just slinging gunfire in the air or at each other. And we have these problems in our communities.
Chief Sam Taylor says the detectives were on Atlantic Road in North Lakeland surveilling the area. Williams was not their target. However, Williams approached their vehicle looking to buy marijuana. And that's when the chief says he definitely saw their shirts marked by police insignias, their badges, and equipment. Later that evening, when the detectives came back to the area, the chief says they were shot at on purpose.
They were out there, standing in the gap between good and evil, as you've heard me say before. They were doing nothing other than their jobs. And this individual, Williams, knowing that they were law enforcement officers, intentionally tried to shoot and injure them.
Williams and Abdul Littles, who police say was potentially driving the...
Look at him. Usual suspects. Please don't tell me don't stereotype. Don't tell me don't stereotype. Anton, no, man. Everybody that look like this, everybody that got black lips, everybody that got nappy hair and dreaded up. No, bro, that's just our heritage. We come from the motherland. Everybody that's not ungroomed, we was always ungroomed in the fields. We was kings. We were kings in our own kingdom. Apparently, you're not aware of your own history, sir. Dog, this is just the way that we walk around. We shouldn't be stereotyped just because we got black lips and tattoos on our faces.
Getaway car were arrested at a home in Tampa early Wednesday morning. The chief says the detectives involved are shaken up but are doing okay, and this kind of behavior won't be tolerated.
Overall, our crime is down, so we have a very safe city. I don't want this to be indicative or come across as this is normal for our city, because it's not. It's very abnormal.
It's bad out here in these streets. Last but not least, this is interesting. A Wells Fargo employee died while at her desk and wasn't discovered until 4 days later. Check it out.
A Tempe Wells Fargo employee died at her desk. And 12 News is now confirming that it may have taken as many as 4 days for anyone in the office to notice. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. It's a story we first reported yesterday. Tonight, Tempe police are confirming the timeline of when the woman clocked in to when her colleagues found the body. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in the studio with new details tonight. Gabby, 4 days. I mean, this poor woman went 4 days undiscovered. It's hard to believe.
And that's a question many employees are asking themselves tonight. I spoke with an employee who said that she shared her perspective on the workplace environment, and they say it's a big building, but most people don't work there on a daily basis. A Wells Fargo employee went to work the morning of Friday, August 16th and never went home. Tempe police tell 12 News 60-year-old Denise Prudhomme scanned into work at 7 o'clock in the morning. 4 days later, police responded to the office building near Washington Street and Priest Drive for reports of a subject down. Prudhomme was declared dead. The Tempe Police Criminal Investigation Bureau is investigating, but do not suspect foul play. A Wells Fargo employee exclusively spoke with 12 News, but asked not to be recorded or identified out of fear for their job. They say a colleague found Prudhomme dead at her desk in a cubicle while walking around the building on Tuesday, August 20th. Prudhomme's cubicle was reportedly on the 3rd floor and away from the main aisle. This employee says several people had smelled a foul odor, but passed it off as faulty plumbing. They say while most Wells Fargo employees at this Tempe location work remote, the building has 24/7 security, and someone should have found Prudhomme sooner. The incident left several employees feeling scared and uneasy. This employee wants to see new safety protocols in place, telling me, quote, "It's negligence in some part." A different worker also spoke with 12 News anonymously.
It was just uncomfortable.
Again, calling on the company to do more.
Body was there about 4 days before anybody found it, before anybody walked up to her and just to say hi, make sure she's okay. She was just laying on her desk.
A Wells Fargo spokesperson previously sent 12 News a statement saying, in part, "We are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of our colleague at our Tempe office," adding counselors through our employee assistance consulting service are available to support employees. An employee tells me their direct management offered those services, addressed.
I don't think that you could put it on the backs of Wells Fargo and people could say, oh my God, I want more safety and stuff like that inside of here. But the reality is just that most of us are not interconnected with other people, and we're told to mind our business so people don't pay attention to what other people are doing. I pass by people every single day walking down the street and they just be on their phones. People be so oblivious. I see people, when I went down to Houston for the meetup, and I was riding downtown and I seen people just laying over a grate, and the dude looked like he was dead. I seen a video the other day of somebody that was walking down in the Bronx, and it looked like a guy that was dead on the ground. And they was like, oh, he usually get up at around 5 o'clock. What do you mean he usually get up at around 5 o'clock? most of us don't really care about our neighbor like that. And so when we see stuff or when we pay attention to stuff, we just automatically assume, or we just by default mind our business. Is it the responsibility of the security company or Wells Fargo in order to make sure they do their rounds in the building? Yeah, probably so. But, and for the most part, unless you have friends and family that's checking on you, and of course, we don't know anything about her family. We don't know if she had a husband. We don't know if she had a kid. We don't know anything like that, right? We don't know if she lived by herself, if she was a single cat lady. Who knows, right? But my point is that most of us don't really pay attention. And if she's sitting there like this on her desk or whatever, and her head is down, and she's away from everybody, and the majority of the people work from home, so nobody is really even in the building, yeah, I could see how that would happen, honestly. This doesn't even surprise me. I know it's supposed to. I know I'm supposed to be appalled. Oh my God, what's happening? It doesn't really surprise me. Honestly, it don't surprise me. So